Can men and women be friends? This is a great question. This is a great topic that I always love talking about because I do have women that are friends. We're not nothing serious. I feel like if you talk to somebody and have a connection and you guys don't have a title, then obviously you guys are friends, blah, blah, blah. So to start off, because we're gonna it's different layers. We got to talk about this. This is a great topic because I want to give my answer at the end. And during this conversation, I would love to hear what you think. You don't wait to the end of the video. Just right when you get on here, just put a comment. It don't even matter. Hit that like button if you enjoy the video at the end. If you don't enjoy it, don't hit the like button. You can even hit the dislike button. But hopefully your day is going good. How are you doing today? I'm doing okay. I'm feeling a little better, a little under the weather. Not asking for pity, just let you know. So this video may make the women that I am cool with, they may not want to be friends with me anymore after I discuss my thoughts on this situation. And don't get me wrong, every time I come up with a title for the video, I don't think it is the most um different title. I know a lot of the things I talk about, most people talk about, but I just want to give my perspective. And sometimes I agree with what society says, and sometimes I disagree. Me, I'm going to let you know how I really feel. The number one thing is that we always have to remember connection is rare. It is super rare to connect with somebody. So it will always be weird to me that somebody has a connection with somebody and they'd rather just be cool with them if it's the opposite sex. So, if you are not, attracted to this person, that will be the first step. Will be like, let's just be cool, and that makes more sense to me. Or, which is kind of iffy, if you guys tried it out already, it didn't work, but you guys still have a certain connection, and you guys want to continue to be cool. That's kind of weird too. But let's ask ourselves: Who invented the friend zone? Who invented it? Who created it? If you say men, you're wrong. Women actually created it because speaking for a man, we don't look at women and be like, she's super cool. I like how she is. Um, she's cool to talk to. She's cool to hang out with. I want to keep her as a friend forever. Keep her as a friend even when I'm in other relationships. Keep her as a friend when I'm married. Most men do not think like that. For the most part, women don't come easy to most men. As an average man, you're not going to get different options here, here, and here. Pick from her. Oh, I like this. That's more of a woman thing. Most women have options. So, in my opinion, and this is just one of the things that we're going to talk about, the thing that I think made women create friend zone is because they like qualities of the man, but they just don't see him in a romantic way. They benefit because they have a man or a masculine energy around, but they also has for the most part they have other options where they deal with them in a different way. Like they actually like him sexually or whatever, but he don't really know how to talk. They can't joke around and stuff like that. She can't really be herself, so she has the man friend on the side that she can connect with and be herself and be free and be vulnerable. But then when she actually like a dude, she's a whole different person. So now she's getting the best of both worlds. And obviously, if she has a man friend, when they go places, he's still going to be a man. He's most likely going to pay for the stuff or at least go half. He's still going to protect her, obviously, if something goes down. So it's like she's getting all the benefits for real. And the messed up part about it, and this is kind of weird for men, if you do have feelings for a woman and she states that she don't see you in that way, and you continue to be cool with her, that's on you. I don't think you should do that because you know how you feel deep down, and you continue to be around her. If you want to be honest with me, I'm not going to say it's 100% creepy, but it is kind of weird. If you guys communicated how y'all feel about each other and you obviously have feelings for her and she don't. Now, obviously, if a woman says she's not interested in you and you state that you're interested in her, most women are probably going to start fading away because it is kind of weird because she knows how you truly feel. But there are some women that will lead you on, or there are some women that even though they know how you feel, they may use you, or they just are so cool with you and they think that you, I guess the feelings will fade away. I don't know. But from a man's perspective, it's not gonna be too many men that this is gonna sound this is gonna sound bad, if you have sensitive ears. It's not too many men that be like wanting like female friendship for many reasons. And this is not even harsh, but this just is like the honest truth. Most men, average men, don't really relate to an average woman. Like y'all might not have too many things in common. Y'all like personalities might mash and might be a good connection, but it's like what he does for hobbies, what he's interested in is probably not going to be the same thing you're interested in. The things that he like or dislike are probably not going to be the same thing as you. So it's like there are exceptions where women can be more masculine and men can be more feminine on it, whatever. But it's like for the most part, for me, let's just talk about me because I don't want it to make it seem like I'm generalizing people. I don't really have a lot of things in common with women. I really don't. I like a lot of the stuff that they're into, TV shows that they watch, things they like to do on a regular basis. I never was interested in that type of stuff. So it was like, even if me and a woman had a good connection, it would only go so far because I'm like, yeah, but your reality is different from my reality. Like the acknowledgement you get on a regular basis, I don't get. If we was both doing content, she can have a video up to her face and mouth the words of a song, and I have to put in 100% effort, and she's gonna get more views and likes to me. Like, and that's just an example. We're not, I'm not hating or whatever. It's the reality of it, and I can relate to a dude, like a man. Like if he's going through stuff, I'll be like, yeah, me too. I've been through that before. How did you handle it? Oh, I handle it this way. I can't do that with a woman. Like anytime I'm cool with a woman, it's most likely I'm attracted to her in some type of way. It may not be huge, but it's like my instinct is already, I'm gonna either already be attracted to her or the connection that we have is gonna make me attracted to her at a certain point, especially if she's my friend and I'm dating other women. Obviously, as I said before at the beginning, connection is hard to come by. So if I'm just connecting with these other women sexually, or they're just doing a little weird stuff to get on my nerves, and she's cool and always in a good mood, and we have nothing to argue about, it's gonna make her look better. So it's almost like to me, I never understood like, and I know it's possible, but for like a man and woman to just be friends for decades, neither one of them ever tried anything, neither one of them actually have feelings for each other, and they're both married or they've been through multiple relationships and the friend always been there. It's like, I don't know, like I guess they have a lot of self-control, obviously, but it's like I always assume, besides, the exception of people like in the same sex, like most of us that like the opposite sex, it's weird to me to be like, not her, the person that we obviously have a connection because we've been through so much together for 10 years and we're still cool or whatever. I want to deal, I want to just be out there and keep searching and searching my entire life looking for something that's right in front of me. That's how I be on the TV shows. That's how they used to make us tune into these TV shows because each episode will hint at these friends that actually like each other, but they never make it that far because they don't want to ruin the friendship. And I think a lot of the times, one of the two be interested in each other, but they don't want to ruin the friendship. And for the men that be like it's possible, or the women that think it's possible, you never know what the opposite person feels about you. What I mean is, if you're a woman and you be like, "Oh, it's possible for us to be friends. I have a male friend that have been around for years." You don't know how he really feel. It doesn't matter what he say. He can be deeply in love with you and not want to look like a creep by telling you 10 years later that he always had feelings for you, or he don't want to ruin the friendship, so he kind of just leaves it alone. And then on the man side, "Oh, it's possible. I got this girl. She cool. She the home girl. She ain't never." You don't know how she feel. You don't. You don't. You will never know how somebody truly feel. You can know them for 20 years. Side side note, you see it anytime somebody like does a violent crime the neighbors be like, "Oh, he always minded his business. I never knew he would do that. He been living here for 20 years." You don't know people, okay? And I'm not trying to ruin any friendships, okay? Because you can be the exception. You can have an opposite sex friend and y'all could be cool. But for me, like I said, I might lose some friends after this or whatever we are, but it's like, I, damn, am I going to say this? It's going to sound crazy, but for the most part, if I'm cool with a woman, I'm attracted to her in some type of way. It might be small, it might be a lot, but I am. If I'm gonna talk to you for long periods of time and spend time, not necessarily spend time, but spend time giving you energy, when I could just be giving it to somebody else that actually wants to have a title with me or actually wants to take it further with me, like, why wouldn't I do that? That's why every time I am cool with a woman, like, eventually it starts fading away because I'm like, yeah, I'm giving you all this energy. We venting to each other, talking about each other's problems, having good conversation. But it's like, as I'm getting older, I want to build something. I don't want it to have this we're cool or are we not cool or do you like it's just a weird vibe that eventually it just seems like we are interested in each other, but we just don't want to ruin it, or somebody don't want to look stupid. So then you do little weird stuff to figure out what the other person feels like, and it always ends bad because it just gets weird after that. And I'm just being honest with you, like, and I had a lot of cordial women in my life that I used to talk to and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know. They don't understand how men's mind works. I'm like, spending all this time talking, getting to know what you think. You're being very vulnerable with me. I'm going to have it. But to avoid being a creep or, having that title, I just fade back. And if we talk every once in a while, perfectly fine. But on a regular basis or going out places and hanging out, probably not going to happen. I'm getting up in age. The female friend thing, if I'm going to have a woman in my life, it's going to be the wife, the girlfriend, something like that. Not some girl that, oh, we have a great connection, but we're just cool. And that is the number one reason why. And let's start with men first. That's why a lot of men be like, I'm not gonna be with a woman that has a male friend or a male best friend, unless he's not interested in her for, obvious reasons. But and women be the same way. They don't like when you have, and they'll say, both sides will be like, well, if they was there before me, they're gonna be there after me, so I can't really be mad if they knew each other before me. Still, like whether you have a best friend that's the same sex as you, I mean the opposite sex, you still should put whoever you're dealing with first. Because what happens is if you don't put your significant other first, every time they mess up, you're gonna tell the friend. Every time they do bad, you're gonna tell the friend to the point where it's the significant other against y'all friendship. That's what it's gonna be. When it should be you and your significant other building something, and your friend should understand and he should fade back, or she should fade back and be like, okay, they're in a relationship now. I'm gonna chill. But usually that doesn't happen. It gets real complicated. And people are just sneaky and all type of stuff. It's like you never know. You'll never know. You will never know. So that's why it's best for if you're not the exception, okay? If you are the person that is interested in somebody and you got a friend thing, you don't have to tell the person, but you also have to be smart with yourself and be like, okay, I'm interested in him or her and I need to fade back because I'm either gonna tell them how I feel that I actually want to start something with them or branch off and find somebody else because it's gonna be nearly impossible, especially if your friend if you're a man and you have a female best friend that's attractive, any girl that you deal with is gonna automatically think y'all mess around because women know women. And that's why men don't like male best friends because men know men. And we know how rare it would be for you to have a male best friend that ain't never tried nothing, ain't never said anything. Come on. And it'd be crazy because sometimes out here, like there'll be friends opposite sex, and they'll be like, "Oh, we liked each other at first, but we ended up being cool." You're speaking for yourself. You don't know what the other person thinks. You don't know what the other person feels. You're literally speaking for yourself. You're probably cool. You probably have self control. You probably, and for the most part, it'd be the women that, because women get turned off quick. Okay, if you don't meet her standards, if you don't have these list of things, she'll be like, ah. But if you're super cool and y'all have some type of connection, she'll probably keep you around and be like, dang, this dude's super cool and have all these great things. But it's like with a man, it's like we don't really need much, but like connection, respect, peace, and if we're attracted to you. You don't have to, I'm speaking for myself, but I feel like, and I think an average man, we don't need much from a woman. As long as she's respectful, attractive, keep herself up, obviously, help us out and help us make sure we're good and vice versa. It's like that's all we need. So for the most part, us putting a girl into the friend zone would only be possible if we're literally just not attracted to her. Or if we heard so much bad stuff about her and so much stuff that she told us that we're like, I couldn't be with her. She literally told me how she used to cheat on people and how she's cheating on somebody right now. She's gonna do the same to me. That'd be the only reason. But if she's a cool person, she's attractive, respectful, and y'all have a connection, y'all can talk about anything, y'all both can be y'all selves around each other. Why would a man be like, dang, she's everything I wanted? Nah, we could just be cool. It's cool. It's probably another one out there like that. Men know for a fact it's not too many women like that. And women know for a fact it's not too many decent men out here that you can just chill with and feel safe and feel protected. And I keep talking about conversations and being able to be open because most people will never find that connection with people. Being able to talk to somebody for longer than 10 minutes and it don't be dry and y'all ain't talking about random stuff, y'all talking about it, that is rare. I might say this in every video and I apologize, but that is rare and it always will be rare. So I will never understand how people will just throw it out. Oh yeah, men and women could be friends. Yeah. I hear more women say it, but it depends on the man too. And there are exceptions. I will always understand that, but I don't really have a lot in common with women. I'm sorry, I don't. I try to be cool with them and whatever, but it's like after a while, as a man, you know what most men be thinking about. You know that's where our mind be going after a while. And if you keep seeing the same woman and she's just super cool, you're gonna start liking her without even not being able to help it. Especially comparing her to the other women you're dealing with. You're gonna be like, "Oh, I would have said that, but she's not gonna get it, but my friend will. Oh, I want to do this, but nah, she probably won't be into that." It's like it's people out there that will do it, but I just don't understand it. And as society goes on, you know, it's hard enough for a man to find another man as a friend and a woman to find another woman as a friend. And that be a thing too. Women be like, I don't like being friends with women. I can't do it. I can't stand them. They sneaky. So that's why they be like, oh, well, all my friends are men because I can't be cool with these women. Understandable. I understand that because most men be just wanting to have fun, chill, relax, have a connection. I think women are a little bit more, as a man that dealt with women my entire life, it's a little bit more you have to deal with when you're dealing with women. It is what it is. When I had homeboys, we would just chill. Like it wouldn't be no care in the world. We could just sit on the porch and just talk. But women, I want to go here. I want to do this. I feel like this. I feel like you did this. I don't like the way you talk to me like this. It's like I can understand why women be like, I can't be cool with women. I heard that throughout my 20s when I be like, I had this thought like, why do you have a lot of male friends? I can't deal with that. And she would explain that. And it made sense as time went on, but still, I just if I find a woman attractive, which I most likely will, if I'm talking to you all day, every day, and having a connection with you, I'm gonna be attracted to the conversation. And after a while, I can't just be like, oh, whatever, put it to the side because it's rare. It's not too many people. And if you disagree with that, I don't know, you just a lucky person if you keep just connecting with all these people and everybody always cool and stuff like that. I'll come across a lot of weird people or people that don't want to be vulnerable at all or people that trying to prove a point by acting like they don't care. It's too much. I like coming across people that are um organic and authentic. That's what I like. And that be most of the women that I was cool with in the past. But eventually they get significant others and I just back off. That's just how I go. If you I appreciate you watching. I go live every Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. I try to be on time.